Alexandria. So yeah, just keep that in mind. However, there is one counter spot to this. There is one counter spot to this. So Combat Foe Show is going to demonstrate that for us, while I make sure to go over here. So as you can see, this is just leaking, going over to Bravo spawn a little bit. But as you can see, Bravo spawn, you see someone sniping over there, just immediately run over there and put some suppressive fire down on them. And hopefully, when they go crouch down, this only works against people on the third set. As you can see their feet. Shoot at the feet, and it'll still damage them, and eventually you'll still be able to kill them. So if for those guys who are camping, I was kind of lagging there. If for those guys who are camping on this third set, just keep in mind that your feet are able to be seen. So if you're camping right here and you suddenly die, don't call your killer a hacker. He probably shot your feet. So if you go over here to the second set of benches, as you can, I personally think that the second layer of benches, or the second row or the second table rather, is the best spot for you to be on alpha spawn, because it's kind of like the best of both worlds. You have clear view into the spawn, both sides of the spawn. Actually, if you reposition yourself, but by this point you're kind of out of your cover from the benches. So you got a pretty good spawn look into the spawn. You know when people are running out if they decide to take that route. You have a good view into the ladder over there, the entrance into the ladder. So if you see people going up the ramp and up the ladder, you know exactly where they're going. If people are coming out here, you can just spray at their faces and hope you get a headshot. And overall, this is a very good place for alpha campers to be. And if you want to just hold down an area, hold down a cafeteria, this is the spot to be, because unlike the third floor or the third row of the third table, your feet are also protected, so you don't have to worry about people shooting your feet either. At least, if you are able to, it's going to be very difficult. Actually, you still are able to, but by that point, if you're that close, they're probably going to kill you. So there. Though it is quite possible, though. And this first row of this first table right here, it's good, but it's not as useful. Just use this as temporary cover before you go over the top and just start spraying randomly. And yeah. This corner right here. This corner is surprisingly high traffic. If you're coming from Alpha and you're rushing from these coke machines and you rush, then this is one of the first spots you see, because you know it's protected from sniper cover over there, sniper cover from over there, and this is just naturally a good spot to be for a little bit. Just don't camp here too much though. And this is a good spot to get like 1 or 2 kills, because if people from Bravo are walking along here and they don't know you're back there, they have no chance. You can just spray them all to hell. And it's concurrently, if people are walking along here, then they probably won't take a second glance over there, and yeah, you'll be able to just watch. If you can sound whore people whose footsteps you can hear coming from your left here, you can just watch the second part, and when they hop out, you can just spray them as they walk along. Or alternatively, if you hear them coming along, you can also just bunny hop out and just start spraying them to hell. So that also works too. So this spot actually has multiple uses. It doesn't really have much of a use for Bravo spawn though, obviously. So yeah. That being said, let's move on. So now that we've covered pretty much all the aspects from Alpha, we shall come over to Bravo. So this is the Bravo spawn. I don't really know how long this video has been going on for, but it's been quite some time. Anyways, so we'll start on Alpha spawn right here. As you can see, Alpha spawn is a little bit more spread out. This is one of the reasons why it's harder to spawn camp Bravo than it is on Alpha. It's pretty easy to spawn camp Alpha because the spawn area is just it's condensed. It's not as big as the spawn area from on Bravo, because as you can see, Bravo can spawn anywhere from here all the way to back here. So that obviously is a much larger area than the spawn area over on Alpha. Alpha basically just cramped all in one room. So yeah, unfortunately, it is kind of unbalanced in that sense, but it's not really that much of a big deal. It just makes it harder for people to on Alpha spawn camp Bravo, but it is still possible. So just keep that in mind. So, as you can see, these I don't know, I suppose these are the actual drills themselves. I don't know. those textures look photoshopped. But there is a back area over here. I don't know why you would be back here. Maybe for quarantine, where you can just hold down this area because zombies basically have to funnel down this one area. And maybe you have if you have a minigun, a turret, M32s, a shit ton load of explosives, maybe a group of humans will be able to survive, fend off zombie attacks. But it's I don't know. I've got my opinions on it, and I don't. For me anyway, it doesn't really seem that useful. And especially elimination. What are you gonna be doing back here? There's nothing for you to see. Unless you're trying to go AFK bot, then this is a pretty good place because most people don't see here, but don't look here. But other than that, this is pretty much useless unless you're playing quarantine, of course. Okay, so yeah, kind of tired, but must bear on with this. Anyway, so if you spawn here, you see that you can just walk out here, and you have this little area here. This is one of the more popular sniper spots for Bravo campers. You have multiple areas of camp. You can either camp back here. Well, you don't really have much cover, but if Bravo snipers are sniping from here, they can just run over here if they're taking fire. They can run back here if they're taking fire, and they can see if people are coming along that boardwalk. They can see if people are coming along the pipeline. They basically have the entire map to them, and this is probably one of the most annoying shoulder peak spots throughout the entire map, which is pretty obvious to you guys. I mean, you can do the same to them, but to people on top, but it's easier. It's easier for you to be able to shoulder peek them than it is for them to shoulder peek you. So this is probably one of the most annoying spots if you're on alpha, for you to deal with. If there are snipers on Bravo, so yes, do keep in mind. Oh, I forgot about this bridge. Let's talk about this bridge. Yeah, god damn, I didn't talk about this. So yes, there is this random ledge back here, which for whatever reason, Exxon decided to implement. I don't really know why, but it's here nonetheless. So I suppose if you're on Bravo spawn and you rush across this bridge and you're almost about to make it, and suddenly some alpha guys start hop out and start spraying at you, then you can immediately swerve to your right here and you can camp right here. Then pretty much alpha spawn, the alpha guys, unless they got the perfect angle like right there, they have to come out in order to shoot you, and by that point you probably have the gun advantage on him or her, whoever you're shooting at, and you can just spray the hell as soon as they pop out. And after you kill them, you can hop out back here. You can hop out back here, and you can just wreak havoc on everyone who's here. Anyways, talking about this bridge here, as you can see, this is kind of a weird bridge. You can see here this portion here is kind of broken down, so you're gonna have to be careful and make sure that pay attention that you don't just walk randomly off. Like, oh, you're just walking along one day on the bridge, like, oh la 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 la, oh shit. Yeah, so don't do that. Wait for myself to respawn here. As you can see, this bridge. Just be careful not. Oh, sorry. Just be careful not to, fall off this by accident. Oh god! So I was trying to get on top of the on that little hanging metal part, but yeah, it seems like it's too slippery for you to be able to stand on it. So, yeah, I just don't recommend going on this. Just like right here. Wow, really? Thanks, man. Anyways. So yeah, this bridge. Basically, this bridge is hell. If you've got people camping on either side, this bridge is equivalent to World War I's no man's land. You can't get past here if there are people with good aim and sniper rifles or assault rifles, and they're locking this bridge down. There's no way in hell you're gonna be able to get past this. You can get past it if the other side has absolute noobs and they can't even aim for shit. Then in that case, you can just try kind of strafe jump them and bunny hop to try force them to miss their shots. Other than that, though, this bridge is not a viable option, especially if you're running from Bravo over to Alpha. If you're running from Alpha over to Bravo, you got a little bit of chance, because if you make it to here, then you can crouch down here and these railings will provide temporary cover for you, and you can hop back out and start spraying people as soon as you see them. So this bridge kind of favors Alpha a little bit more in terms of rushing, but in all honesty, you shouldn't really cross this bridge if you know other people on the other team are camping and watching this bridge. Basically, this bridge has no cover. Don't use it for the most part. So continue with alpha spawn. You can either snipe in here, like I mentioned, or you can snipe from here. And like I mentioned before, these railings behave the same as those railings over there. And you can kind of crouch behind here. You can crouch over here. Do keep careful to not get shot from by people who are walking on the long boardwalk, especially if